started here. Thank you for attending the Racing for Recovery Support Group meeting. We are focused on maintaining a drug-free and healthy lifestyle. Since 2001, our open forum meetings welcome parents, adolescents, recovery individuals, and anyone who supports our mission. Your suggestions, comments, or ideas are welcome to make our meetings the best they can be. The Racing for Recovery Support Group meeting is a cutting-edge alternative to what is currently offered. By combining substance abusers, families, friends, and the public at large, we have created an environment that is beneficial to everyone who's been affected by alcohol or drug addiction. We start at 7 o'clock. Please be on time. Please turn off your cell phones, and please stay off of them during the conversation. Let me say that again. Please don't be on your phones. I mean, there's nothing for the next hour that is so life whatever on Facebook that you need to be paying attention to that. So don't do it, because a lot of people are offended when they see somebody staring at a phone like this. And true story, I do want to say this. We had somebody that was on a cell phone in here and ordered drugs years ago, picked them up outside, down the street, they went home and died. That's why we don't want people on your cell phones. So, okay, please only one person speaks at a time, and when you do speak, it's important, so do it loudly so we all can hear you. We will sign any proof of attendance slips that need to be signed. If you put them in a little green box out on that table out in the hallway, we'll sign them and you can get them when we're done with our discussion. The only thing we ask of everybody is that you're honest with whatever you're thinking, feeling, or asking. Just do it with honesty, and you'll get the best help if you do that. Feel free to openly share your comments and points of view on how alcohol and drug addiction has impacted your life. This meeting is open to people of all ages and welcomes diversity. So please refrain from using excessive foul language or language that discriminates against any race, gender, religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or disability in order to maintain an atmosphere of respect and dignity for all who are present. If you see a visitor or a new member or returning member that you haven't seen in a while, please warmly welcome them into our program and meet somebody new tonight. Please refrain from leaving the meeting while it's in progress because it's annoying. What am I going to read next for the last time? 2 days. It's over. No more smoking at the Racing for Recovery facility anywhere on September 1st. So this is the last time I'm even going to say that. So smoke them if you got them one last time. All right. And please, if you see trash laying around anywhere, let's put it where it's supposed to be. All right. Who has our lifestyles of recovery? Ashley.
Guidelines for living a lifestyle of recovery. The Lifestyle of Recovery guidelines are intended to be utilized by recovering individuals, their families, and anyone else who is striving to avoid substance abuse and achieve sobriety. 1. Recognizing that substance abuse ruins lives. 2. Wanting to pursue positive alternatives to substance abuse, such as our education, employment, quality relationships, and health and fitness. 3. Using resources such as friends, family, teachers, and peers as a way to achieve and remain sober. Adding sports, art, or music to these resources will help us stay focused and motivated. 4. Defining balance and working toward making it a part of everyday life. 5. Building self-esteem and confidence through sobriety to combat negative feelings regarding oneself. 6. Understanding that negative behaviors of isolation and self-pity lead to self-destruction. 7. Lifting a person up is different than allowing them to continue their destructive lifestyles. Be there for yourself and be patient with your friends and family. 8. Learning how to help without supporting the addict's behavior. Providing assistance to the recovering individual that will improve their lives, not further their usage. 9. Recognizing personal challenges and integrating them into our lifestyle as challenges to triumph over. 10. Caring for our personal, emotional, physical, and spiritual individuality is the source we use for our sense of worth. Each person is truly magnificent. Our mission at Racing for Recovery is to prevent all forms of substance abuse by promoting a lifestyle of fitness and health for all those affected by addiction.
All right. Is there anybody here for their first ever Racing for Recovery meeting tonight? All right. You have to stand up and sing the Pledge of Allegiance.
Nothing wrong with that.
Welcome, we're glad you're here. And what we do now is everybody's going to get an opportunity to very loudly say who you are and why you're here. Joe?
My name's Joe. I come here for a lot of reasons. Mostly I come to remain teachable. This place is my happy place, and it is part of my routine now.
Tiffany, go ahead.
I'm Tiffany, and I'm here to remain teachable. I'm Christina. I'm here for some experience, strength, and hope.
I'm Sierra. I'm here to give and get support.
I'm Heidi. I'm here to change my life.
I'm Andrew. This is a second home to me. I love coming to this place because it makes me feel good when I come here. And then when I do leave, I feel even better about myself because I'm working on myself, and that's what I want to do. And I don't care what anybody else has got to say to me about anything. I just continue to do me, and this is part of me. If no one wants to be a part of that, then see you. Bye. You're out of my life. But thank you.
I'm Brittany, and I'm here because it's been a trying week. Allowing or supporting somebody rather than allowing them to continue their destructive lifestyle is something that I am focusing on at this very moment. Honesty, like we say at the very beginning of the meeting, is required, and if you can't give me that honesty, I need to put myself first, regardless of who you are in my life. And I can offer support, but I can't allow that to affect my sobriety.
I'm James, and I'm just here to get my life together.
Elena?
Hi, my name is Alina, and I am here to heal that underlying pain that kept me going back to drugs and unacceptable behavior. I'm here to learn new ways of living and coping. I'm here to learn how to be happy without feeling like the other shoe is going to drop. And I'm here to grow, and so that I can be of service to my fellow man.
I'm here to find myself.
I'm Samantha, and I'm here to continue learning.
I'm Ashley, and I'm here to keep growing and to be encouraged by watching my peers succeed.
My name's Eric, and I'm here just to continue to learn and hopefully give back any way that I can.
I'm Patrick, and I'm here because with consistent choices and solid action, I'll continue to grow, and I'll have a better day than I did yesterday.
I'm Gina. I'm here to keep learning and to get support.
Hello everybody, my name is Tim. Racing for Recovery is my home in many ways, and this is where my family is. I say that every week, and I sincerely mean that. I'm also here to absorb whatever I can from this lifestyle as well.
My name is Faye, and I keep coming back because it's helped me change my life.
My name's Mike. I'm here to be healthy and sober in mind, body, and soul.
I'm Cindy. I'm glad to be back. I am here to finally realize that I need to continue to take care of myself. I cannot fix others and get out of a destructive lifestyle. And I'm so grateful that I was able to honor that.
My name's Nick. First Nick, cool. I am here because I would rather be anywhere else.
I'm Nick. I don't get blood red when I speak in public. I'm here because I need to be here. I love being here, Racing for Recovery, and changing my life.
I'm Adam, I'm here to listen and learn.
I'm David. Tonight is I've been struggling the last few weeks dealing with a lot of issues with my past, and I just really need to be here tonight.
I'm Kevin, and I'm here because something has to change.
Hi, I'm Marnie. I'm Tony's mom. I've had a very difficult week, and I am here, I guess, to get support and also to say I'm very proud of my son. He's had a 15-year addiction. It's been 10 months today that he hasn't stuck a needle in his arm. He's alive. He may not be perfect, but he's my son, and I'm extremely proud of him.
Awesome.
I'm Josh. I came here and first I noticed a lot of people doing some really amazing things that motivated me. So then that's when I was like, you know, this is a movement. You know, there's people act different around here, and you know, I just keep coming. I thought I was going to be here a couple months, and I just keep staying.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I'm Heather, and I keep coming so I can continue to grow as a person and as a mother for her and her sister.
I'm Tony. I'm here to continue to grow.
I'm Kevin. I hope and pray that my son will walk through the door one day. Recently, 2 weeks ago, I had a heart attack. Doing much better though, much better. Everything's good. It's kind of been a blessing though. I had to slow down, look at things a little bit differently. And fortunately for me, someone that I go to church with gave me a book. And I was able to read this book, and I got a chapter out of it that I thought really captured for me what I think of Racing of Recovery as. And but this is from the parent or a loved one. And I wrote it down just so I get everything I want to say on it. What I related Racing for Recovery to is something one might see in nature. If we were to plant 100 trees and 99 trees grow just like they should, but that one grows wild and shoots off to the side instead of growing up straight, this doesn't mean the tree is dead or should be cut down. That tree can still be saved. Does it take effort? Yes, it does, and the tree cannot be fixed in minutes. First, one has to get a stake. You must make sure the stake is good and strong. It must be stronger and straighter than the tree, and that it cannot be bent by the tree. Next, one has to put a stake in the ground. The next step is to tie a rope or multiple ones around the tree and the stake. One must keep the rope tight and pull the tree closer to the stake. By doing this, the tree starts to grow like it should. The rope may break, but that doesn't mean that the tree still cannot be saved. Another rope or that same rope repaired can still save the tree. The problem is a lot of people give up on that tree that is bent. They do not know how to fix the problem. All of us trees will not grow properly at times throughout our lives and will need help. The Racing for Recovery program are the stakes of helping people. The people who understand what Racing for Recovery is all about are the ropes needed to straighten up the tree. If you are able to put the two working together, then the tree, both people, start to grow up straight and beat their addictions, their bent trees. I want to thank you, Todd, for being a first-class arborist for everyone who's beating their addictions.
I'm glad you're alive, dude.
Feels good?
That was awesome. Young lady, go ahead.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm Becca, and I'm here because I need to just get a direction of better decision making when I'm under high levels of stress. That include just better control over them. Because I take care of everybody at home and in businesses, so when I fail at something, I just fall out. So I can't do that.
You've been here before.
Not here, but
The church.
at the church.
Brother Tony.
Yes, you know,
I know,
yeah.
okay, I got it, sorry. Good to see you. All right.
Yeah.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Sharmini, and I'm here because God spared me. And there's a calling on my life, and if I keep coming here, and amongst other things, I'll be able to fulfill that calling.
Randall, go ahead.
I'm Randall. I come to Racing for Recovery because it gives me self-worth and it keeps me living a better life each day.
I'm Des, and I'm here to learn a new normal.
I'm Shelby. I'm here to stay consistent and for the positivity.
I'm Phil. I'm just here for some knowledge. I'm Dustin. I come here for a lot of reasons. Just some of them are is the positive environment, and because Racing for Racing for Recovery, this feels like a giant family to me. Not just like some group. It feels like a genuine family where everyone cares about you. And because this place has given me so many opportunities and like to better myself, and with those opportunities, I continue to improve my life every day.
Levi.
I'm Levi, and I'm here for a reason deeper than I can explain, but I know that I'm committed to bettering my life, bettering myself, and staying sober.
Sweet. Rhea.
Hi, I'm Rhea, and I'm here because I've been given a second chance.
Hi, I'm Rhea's mom, and I'm here to support her and to also let you know that because of Jesus Christ, all of my good days outweigh my bad days. I'm Amaya, and I'm here to support my mom.
I'm Allie. I'm here for guidance.
And sure, Allie.
I'm Diane. I'm Jordan's mom. I'm here to support him and everybody in this room.
I'm Rachel, and couldn't think of anywhere better to be. I've been trapped in the house for 2 weeks, dog sitting, so it's my only night free for the next week. So
I'm Jeff, and I'm here because this lifestyle truly works for me.
I'm Sammy. I'm new. I'm here to just try this out.
Sammy.
Sammy.
I am Craig, and I'm here to learn.
I'm Austin, and I'm here to learn also.
I'm listening.
Noah, you here to do us off.
How'd you hear about us, Noah?
Oh,
hello.
I'm his mom, and I heard about you through a friend of yours, Mary Corey.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Old school, elementary. Yeah. All right,
I'm
good.
Christina. I'm Noah's mom, and I'm here to learn and support my son.
Awesome.
Thank you.
I'm Brittany. I'm here to get where I want to be with the right people surrounding me.
I'm Candace, and I'm here to keep my balance and for all the positivity.
My name's Chris. I come because this place has given me an opportunity to change my life.
I'm Tara, and I'm here because I like the person I'm becoming today.
And I'm Shelley. I'm Tara's aunt, and I'm here to support her and anyone else here needs it. And I agree with you. Every Sunday morning in church, he talks directly to me.
All right.
And I'm talking directly to you, that everybody has a purpose and he loves us all.
Wow. Maria. Go there. Grandma. Go ahead.
I'm Grandma. This is a family. I'm the grandma. I'm the grandmother of a recovering addict, and I'm very proud of him. But I was very disappointed tonight when I came in, and someone came up and reported to me that last night Joe used bad words.
That's a false accusation.
I'm here to stay sober.
I'm Sierra and I'm here to better myself. I'm Brittany and I'm here to change my life for the good.
Nelson support. I'm Justin. I'm here to be the best tree I can be.
I'm Michael, and I'm here for Michael, and I'm here because this is where I belong.
I'm Steven, and I'm here because I made a choice to stay sober, to quit smoking cigarettes, and it's been 4 months today. Somebody help me out, get this far. Go more, a lot more.
I'm Michael. I'm here to change my life, and I want to thank Dan Williams for helping me on this journey.
Wow. Right on.
Tyler, I'm here to remove myself from
Dylan, I'm here to stay sober.
Steve, I'm here to sing our trip. Dave, I'm here to support my son, Steve.
Zach, I'm here to learn and to stay sober. My name's John. I'm here to stay sober and just live life moving forward.
I'm Pat. I'm here because I love to see new friends, old friends. I'm here to give support. I need support because I'm a neighbor. We'll go back to it, this place really needs our help.
I'm Esther. I'm here to support myself,
Michael, for the interaction I guess I don't get online. The live stream's great, but I only get to see the top of Pat's head. So I want to come and check in, let everybody know I'm alive.
Tony, and I learning humility and learning to recover myself and my family.
I'm Terry. I'm here because I get the privilege of the opportunity to be here.
Mike, I'm here for the positivity and better myself.
Name's Michelle. I'm here to support Mike and his wife Rachel.
I'm Sean. I'm here for to work on the challenges ahead for me. Try to avoid the roadblocks, get around them, and also eventually, hopefully, be able to share my experience and strength and pass it on to somebody.
You already do that.
I'm Deanna. I'm here for a couple reasons. The first and most important reason is everybody in this room inspires me every day. Been here for a little while, and the people that, I guess I pay attention. I watch everyone grow, and it inspires me literally every day. There's a lot of love in this room, and I'm really grateful for this place. I hate that I'm so busy now, but it's okay. It's what I'm supposed to be doing, and it's all gonna be okay. And the second reason I'm here is to support Jordan's mom's hair, because she looks absolutely crazy tonight. I just want you to know. Jesus. I'm Sarah, and I'm here because 4 months ago, today I chose to fight for my life and came to the place that my mom and my sister said if I wasn't serious about sobriety, I probably shouldn't step through their doors, and they've done nothing but prove that that's the truth, and still fighting, but got an awesome group of peers around me.
Wow, that's good.
I'm Jessica, and I'm here for all the love and the support that I have to stand
I'm Scott. I'm here because it works. Okay. It works. Works for me. Right? D?
My name is D. Carr. I'm recovering from alcohol and drug use. I go back to about the beginning of this place and this organization, and was sober for a long time, and slipped up, but now Monday I'm clean and sober 5 months.
Hi, I'm Mike. I'm here because I'm happy to be alive. And I value my life.
I'd be happy if you didn't say that.
That's the only reason I show up.
I'm Rick.
I am here to support this great program and the wonderful people that I've met and will keep meeting. And in memory of my son Jacob, I also keep coming because I don't want anybody else to lose a child. I don't want anybody else to lose a parent over this thing. So we all got to stick together and beat it.
Hi, my name's Gail. I am Lauren's mom. 2 years ago, last Tuesday, Lauren died of addiction. She had overdosed, and they were not able to bring her back. 2 years ago, tomorrow, my husband and I walked through the doors here. We were actually writing her obituary, and we have a place for memorials. And I wanted to see what Racing for Recovery was like because I wanted Lauren's life to matter to somebody, and if there was a way to help, that's what I wanted to do. And I will always remember that moment when meeting Todd and Dan and letting them know Lauren passed away. Lauren tried to get on the right track. We sat out in the parking lot. She was a little intimidated. She didn't know which door to go in. And we talked, it's like, it doesn't matter, let's just go in. She was like, I gotta do it by myself, Mom. If I don't do it, you can't make me. And I kind of agreed with her. So we went home and she made an appointment to come in and have an assessment. And she, so she did the right things. She made it to the building, albeit 45 minutes late. And within a couple days, she was gone. So addiction does kill. That's the sad part of the story, and we don't dwell on the sad part. What I dwell in is by coming here and walking through those doors, this group has brought me such peace and such closure in what I didn't have with Lauren, I never got with Lauren. You've allowed me to accept. I did enable her. I didn't know any better. But I forgive myself for doing that. You guys have supported me through that. You've let me cry. You've let me laugh. You have let me take your message out to others that I work with, their kids, that this can happen to anybody. It's not a stereotype. It's not a stigma. It can happen to your child. So by opening up those doors, people have talked to me, and I learned so much here that I take back to my everyday life. And, when people are getting upset, calm them down, get them centered again. And you guys have brought me, like I said, so much peace and just centeredness in my life. I will forever be grateful. And, I just want to thank you for that. I wish Lauren could have been to one of these meetings. I think she would have connected. And realize that you all aren't goody two-shoes and you don't get preachy with them, and I think that's what she needed. So thank you for welcoming me into this group.
Hi, I'm Susan, and I'm here because not only do I value my life, but I value everybody's life, like Gail and what she just said, and just everything and everybody.
Hi, I'm Candy, and I'm here to create balance in my life.
I'm Hassan. I'm here to learn.
I'm Jeff. I come for hope and inspiration.
I'm Bill. I've been coming here about 5 months for my son. Every single time I just said I'm here for support. But the overwhelming fear that I lived with for over a year was seeing my son in a casket. When I hear the stories, it really gets to me. Because I prayed for over a year for God to kill me. Because I'm a defense attorney. I had a massive felony practice, a massive practice with opiate addicts, and dealt with well over 100 parents in shock and grief. But I'd see the next day, that I tried to get into programs like this or other equivalent programs. And I've become vehemently opposed to the idea of, it may be true with alcoholism, you got to hit rock bottom. With opiates, if you go that route, if you're parents and you say, well, they got to take the first step, they're going to die. More times than not, they're going to die. I saw it hundreds and hundreds of times in my office. I never suspected it would happen in my own family. But I dealt with seeing the parents in shock, in grief, day after day after day. And my heart bleeds for not just the addicts, but the families. And of course, I knew it. No one wants their child to die, but I saw the death up close and personal, and knew the prevalence of it and the likelihood of it. So when I saw it in my family, I knew the odds were not in my favor, and I would be looking at my son in a casket, which I wasn't going to do. I would not do that. I've seen people do that. I would have taken my own life without hesitation. So this is the first time I've said anything here, but boy, what a tough thing for everybody to go through. It affects everyone in ways you can't imagine. My son has taken this very seriously. It took a lot to get there. And I'm just very proud of him. He's been almost nearly 6 months of sobriety now. But what I'd like to do is distribute copies of your book, if I could, to the common pleas courts and some of the prosecutors. There's people, believe it or not, who are adamantly opposed to these types of programs. They're wedded to 1970s models. They're doing enormous harm. But they think of themselves as the high and mighty, and they're really screwing things up for a lot of people. Anyways, I've never said anything, but every time I hear the folks talk about their losses, it's like a dagger through my heart, and it's almost every some parents here. I've lost my son, or somebody lost a loved one. And as horrific as all the other problems can be, there's nothing like a parent looking at a kid in a casket. For God's sake. I know people die from a lot of reasons. Nobody wants their child to die, but it's such an unnecessary death. And I don't know why it's so hard for the addicts to get in that door that first time. It's so easy to go out and not come back, but it's the crux of the problem. If you could get more people in quicker, a heck of a lot of lives would be saved.
I appreciate you speaking tonight, and I think I speak for everybody here. I'd be honored if you got our materials to more people so that more people could get here.
Sure.
Wow.
I'm Kathy, and I'm Ned's mom. I'm here to support him and everybody else here, and I think this is a great group of people and a great program, and I love being here every Thursday night.
I'm Matt. I'm here to continue learning from everyone and positivity.
Did you hear your dad, buddy? Okay, just checking.
I'm Julie. I'm here to support my son Joe and everybody here, anybody that needs anything.
My name's Bill, and I'm here to support my son Joe and everybody in this program. And I'm just thankful people like Bill stand up and say those kind of things.
I'm Julie, and I'm here to learn and support and grow. I think recovery is really a lifelong process.
I'm Dennis. I'm here to learn.
I'm Christy. I'm here to give and receive the support and learn how to live a clean and healthy lifestyle.
I'm Jameson, and I'm here because I know that a lot of other people probably care about me and want me to be here, but I need to care about me and want me to be here. And I feel like every week that I come in, it helps me learn more why I should care about myself more. And I gotta thank everyone for that. So.
That was great.
Last but not least, I'm Jim. I'm Jameson's father. I'm here to support him.
in any way I can. This was difficult to hear this gentleman in front of me say because I've lived that. Sorry.
Not to apologize. No. Go ahead, Megan.
I'm Megan. I'm here because this place keeps me sober and allows me to live life so that way my parents don't have to be here for that.
My name's Jordan, and as always, I'm always here to support everybody, but today I really want to support somebody I've seen grow a lot and make it through a lot of shit, and that's Dylan, who's got 9 months as of Saturday.
Start working on those legs, eh, young man? I'm Todd Crandall, and I love the honesty that is shared in here. I also love the humor that is displayed in here. I love the relationships that are built in here. And I want everybody to tune in. Tonight I'll get the latest podcast up to watch Mr. Chris Eldridge share his story, right? You embarrassed, buddy?
No, not yet.
Okay, good. Who is watching the podcast? So you guys all, please watch those things and share them. They are, Steven's last week was funny.
Memories torment me. Agony has become my closest companion. My demons mock me as I dangle helplessly above the abyss of alcohol and drug abuse. The voices all sound the same, criticizing, accusing, blaming me for what has happened. They don't understand. They don't care who I am. I'm a human being, full of thoughts and feelings. I'm worth saving. Just show me the way. At last, I reach the light of promise. There stands the answer. Open arms, understanding smiles, looks of trust. And so it begins, racing for recovery.
Okay, if you're ever going to sit up here and run or facilitate one of these meetings, you have to be able to adapt of what you hear is going on out. So I was going to do one subject, and I'm not going to do that based on what Bill was saying, and actually Gail too. So a lot of times groups like this will do gratitude meetings. I don't want to do gratitude. What I want to do is, we'll call this relief. How does it feel with respect to relief that you're not causing that hurt anymore? Or if you're a family member who has been thankful enough to get this turned around, like this young man has done, how does that feel? What is relief of not causing harm through self-destruction of drugs and alcohol? What does that feel like? Or if you're a family member, how does that relief apply to not having your loved one use drugs anymore? Because when I heard you speak, I just heard relief of, oh my God, it's not happening anymore. And I know as a person who used to cause that kind of pain, I'm relieved I don't cause it anymore. And I'm empathetic to where it's still going on. Christy, go ahead.
My name's Christy. I was just gonna say, it just rips my soul to hear the stories. But when he was talking about seeing his son in the coffin, I could imagine the relief that my children felt to not have the same thing with their mother.
There you go. There you go. Yep. Sis. Go ahead.
To be honest with you, when I was using, I always thought that it would be a relief if I was in the coffin, because then I wouldn't be causing so much hurt to not only myself, but now that I've been sober, I can tell you my mom looks at me and tells me thank you all the time. Not for her so much as for my kids, because she didn't want to have the conversation with my children of why mom wasn't, why she wasn't here anymore. So thanks for the tools.
Dustin, go ahead.
Relief, it's good because for a long time I didn't think what I was doing to my parents or my family or anyone like that. I thought I was just hurting me only, and then I realized I wasn't, especially the multiple times where I did come close to that casket and my family was looking over my lifeless body, just laying there. I didn't think anything about it even afterwards. For a while it didn't click. But now that I've gotten clean and sober and working on myself, actually, like, I know that I'm not hurting them anymore. I think they're proud of me now. My mom tells me all the time, which still throws me off because I'm not used to hearing that.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. Like, I'm gaining their trust back. Just everything with my family relationships are just improving now, and I've kind of asked for a better thing.
Wow. Dee, did you have your hand up?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, speaking of this, gentlemen, after years and years of being sober and having gone back out, and first thing I remember is laying on my back with my daughter and a buddy looking down at me wanting to know what's going on. And the first thing I said to my daughter was, I want to die. And I did. But the next day, she and my other daughter came over and they reminded me of what that would do to my grandchildren. I have 10 grandchildren. I babysit 6 of them regularly. And that really made me think. And that's what got me back here and other organizations. And so, yeah, I understand that. Yeah, thank you.
Josh?
It feels like, this is like the last piece that I finally really needed, because I've had some success with sobriety, and with that, you give your family hope, and I think that hurt more, like crushing them after they believed in me. And but I admit in the past, like, I really wasn't so much working on myself. I was just like motivated as, I was motivated and just like, I don't want to live that life anymore. But like, the inside was still messed up. So I would, get some time, but it was just, something happened, and I couldn't handle it right. And, there I was back to my old ways of dealing with events, traumatic events, issues, something unexpected. So now that I'm actually trying to put in the effort, and I still, it's a battle. Like, I know I'm doing a lot. My schedule is busy, but like I'm battling myself. Like, can I give more? And I know that's good, because I don't want to look at this ever. Like I've said it. Like, I don't want to ever like look at this like get too comfortable, like a vacation, because my daughter's waiting for me to one day be your father and raise her and get her back. So that's like my constant battle. And since I keep progressing, keep moving forward, my relationships it's my best relationship I've ever had with my father. Me and my mother were like more on a equal platform. She watches the meeting. Hi, Mom. But she's like interested. She knows like my sobriety date, which is only like a day or two off. But she'll be like happy, blah, blah, blah. And, I can tell that she's really fully grasped this, because I told her, like, I'm going to go all in. I want you to go all in with me, and I promise you I'm going to give all the effort I can. Because, like right before I came here, it wasn't like a suicidal feeling, but it was like a hopeless feeling. And the main thing, like, it sounds like selfish. I wasn't even so much thinking about like my parents if they see me in a casket, but I was thinking about my daughter, and I was like, I don't want her to grow up without her father. So that was like the main thing when I was like, all right, either go further into this addiction or catch it right now and finally like go all in, you know, lost my house, you know, be in a 24/7, you know, environment and like figure out why you keep going back. And I tell you, just like to see that happiness and that trust in my family is like something I've been wanting to have for 11 years. So.
Wow. Diane.
As far as relief, I don't even really know if there's a way to explain it. Just the weight off of your chest, you know, not waiting for that phone call, and just how proud I am of Jordan now. And I mean, to see him actually enjoying life, which I'd never thought I'd see him doing the things he's doing. You know, I just, you know, people say to me, you know, well, you know, you need to get your money back, or you need to get this back or that back. I don't care. I mean, it's material things. I don't care if I live in a cardboard box. You know, my son's happy now, and he's, you know, sober, and he's helping other people. Money doesn't matter. You know, we'll survive. You know. So I'm proud of Jordan.
Julie.
She said everything I wanted to say, but it's like you can breathe again. It's such a relief, and seeing Joe happy and growing and having a relationship, and it's just, you can breathe.
Rick?
I know it's going from the other direction a little bit, but as someone who has had to see his son in a coffin, the only thing, I mean, you can be at low points in your life and think that, oh, you know, it can't get any worse, and I'm better off, and they'll be better off, and all that stuff. But it's unimaginable what it does to the people that are left behind. It's forever, you know, and I'm sorry. The broken heart they can leave behind for so many people. And the only thing that keeps a parent going is, one, if you have other kids and stuff, you've got to be there for them. The first thing is to take care of him and take care of, you know, his arrangements and stuff. But to be there for the other kids, and then what parlayed from that was the association with coming in here, you know, at Rachel's invitation. And it saved, I've told Mike before, it saved my life to come in here and see the good, you know, and see the people that beat it and made it and changed from a person with that look in their eyes that I've seen so many times, and, you know, the broken souls that think that they'd be better off dead. But to see those people find their voice and find their health and find their place in life, and, you know, and go out there and, you know, and help other people and stuff, that it means so much to just be involved in this whole thing and to be able to see that. But I'm saying the relief, I didn't get that kind of relief, but I got to see the beauty of what's happening, you know, around this place. So I'm sorry. that's all.
You don't have to apologize for any of that. Ever. Who's up? Andrew.
Relief for me comes by leading by leadership. And I was told at a very young age, lead by example. For a long, long time, I led in the wrong direction. For family, friends, people I've come in contact with, and showed them the bad way of things, and a lot of people followed. And now, relief comes for me is by leading, by doing the right thing now, by just being a leader. I'm not trying to be a leader, but I guess that's what I'm doing, because when I come in contact with family I haven't seen, friends, co-workers, they're always asking me questions about recovery, where I go, this, that, and the other. And for me, it's a relief because it's letting me know that I'm doing the right thing even though I don't want the responsibility of being a leader, because I don't think I'm cut for it, but yet again, time and time again, it shows that I can be a leader. And people trust me, and I don't know why, because maybe I'm just a trustworthy person, or I don't know, or I look good, I don't know. But, you know, yeah, it's just, that's where relief comes in for me. Just knowing that, getting that reassurance of people coming up to me and, hey, you're doing a good job, or and I'm not asking for it, or just by me doing the right thing, and again, leading by example. You know, it's really awesome to feel that way, because I haven't felt like that in a very, very long time.
We have 8 minutes and about 12 people on the list, so we want to make sure everybody gets a chance to talk, but be quick and profound. James, go.
I'm going to read something.
Go ahead.
My background on my phone. I read it every morning when I wake up. It says, if you have time to feel like shit, complain, and check social media, then you have time to meditate, write in your journal, create a list of goals, make a list of things you are grateful, and you better yourself.
There you go, boy.
Yeah. And I'm 36, and the way my lifestyle was for 36 years, man, it was buck wild. You know, and relief comes in for me that I built a good enough rapport with Emily that I'm opening up. You know what I mean? And I'm sharing some shit that I got so much stuff buried. You know, that I never wanted to look at, you know.
Good.
I'm starting to.
Good, dude. Good. It'll save your life. AJ.
I'm relieved I get to honor my fallen brother properly, and try to be someone worthy of the sacrifice.
Wow.
Sean?
I'm relieved that this one over here ain't knocked the shit out of me yet. No, I'll try to be quick with this. You know, I got a little mixed stuff that's going on in my head right now. When I heard Bill speak, and I got a chance to meet him and his wife and Matt, I would have given anything to have a dad like that. My father, other than the cancer I went through, and they were trying to be supportive, it was, when I was on my deathbed through drugs, that answer the thing my father said to me is, "You done being stupid?" It was real hard on me. So I didn't care if I lived or died. I thought I was God. I lived through shootings. I've lived through cancer. I didn't think I could die. I thought I had to die like a cat. So to hear parents speak like that, I probably would have been a little bit more motivated to try to do right at the time. My relief today is doing the right thing, trying to do the right thing, the best what God would want me to do, trying to help others, and not letting go of the stuff I've been through, dealing with it is my relief on an everyday basis. It is, I don't know, that was touching. I almost cried over just hearing him speak because I didn't have a family. My mom and dad were never really around. So other than my great grandparents, when they passed away, I had to fend for myself, and I didn't care if I lived or died. I really didn't. But once I got sober this time, I cared for her because I knew she was my biggest supporter. And the only way I was going to stay sober was to get out of myself and do it for someone else, along with myself, but to do it for the ones that cared for me. I don't even really know what else I want to say about it, but it just, that was kind of touching. And, that's all I have to say.
Dan, you're on.
Yeah, just real quick, a couple things. Totally agree with what Sean said. I also did not have, my father was not supportive. I started showing signs of behavior problems, and I was sent to live elsewhere. And so I think that that is one of the most beautiful and amazing things about this place is to be able to sit here and hear things like that. If you have a parent like that, you are a very lucky person. I would give anything for my dad to sit there and say something. Yeah, but anyway, my relief is I was listening to him talk about the jail stuff, and I can't even tell you how many times I sat in a courtroom and got sent to jail rather than be helped. Hundreds of times. I have not been in trouble since 2013. My relief is being here and finally finding a place that gives me the support to help me thrive.
Cindy.
Real quick, I want to say, Mom, I'm going to try not to cry. But I never noticed this when I first came to this program in November. But being back here for 2 weeks now, after the first week, seeing my mom's face, you can tell the difference, and she's so relieved. And second, I mean, that's a motivation for me big time. My mom is my angel. And you know what? Now being back here, the relief for me is just I feel like now I'm back to me, and I'm back on that path, and there's never going to be a why in my path ever again. It's going to be straight ahead. So
awesome. See you.
My relief for me is being able to not have my mom come in my room to check to see if I'm breathing every night for the past years, and having that relationship back and being able to stand myself and be around myself and just being generally happy and not fighting this anymore, and basically just trying to continue to stay sober and keep try to help other people that are struggling, because I know what it's like to not lose a child, but I lost both of my younger brothers to this, so it's hard, but I mean, that's why my mom has been pushing so hard for me too, and just having that relationship back and being able to be sober and clean, it's a huge relief.
Mike?
Yeah.
Your hand up, right? Okay, Mike.
Yeah. My relief today is knowing that my daughter will never have to find me face down OD'd like she did 5.5 years ago. She's my biggest supporter.
Dude, I love when you talk. Dale, go ahead.
So I'm coming from the same place my buddy here is, on the other side. Never got necessarily the relief that Lauren got clean. But what I do see here is when I see people stumble and they come back bigger and better than ever. A couple months after I started coming here, someone here stumbled and overdosed, and they brought the person back. And that touched me in ways they will never know. Also, when I hear of acquaintances of Lauren's or friends of Lauren's who are into drugs and have overdosed because they want to be with Lauren, and they get saved, and I am so relieved that Lauren wouldn't want this on anybody, and she swore up and down if she ever found out any of her friends were doing this. So my relief now is I'm not focused on all the bad stuff. I'm focused on all the joyful times I had with Lauren and the fun stuff, and that brings me such relief. Driving down Holland, Sylvania, when Lauren was in high school, it was always a big thing for slug bug or Skittles when you see cars. And I was driving down Holland, Sylvania, actually going out to the grave on Tuesday, and drove by, there was a Service Master place there that was full of yellow cars, and I took her down there when she was in high school, and just to show her all the yellow cards and do Skittles because I knew it was coming, and it just brought joy to me that those memories are there, and that's what I dwell on now. And it's it's very much a relief that I'm not in the midst of all that. I will never forget her or what she did. And I never saw her in a casket. We had her cremated. The hardest thing for me was when the funeral director called me up and asked me to bring clothes so she didn't have to come back from the coroner's office naked. So that there are so many realities to what death brings from an addiction. And, you know, I only say that if it shakes somebody up and makes them realize, I don't want my mom to go through this. So, but it's the good memories and the success that everybody's having here that I just treasure and find such relief in.
Raya, go ahead.
Real quickly, it's a relief to me that I don't have to lie to my family, my mother. It's a relief being able to look her in the eye and knowing I'm telling her the truth, to go out in public and know that I'm not carrying on with this facade, this mask, trying to keep up. The majority of the time I was in a closet, so no one knew. So that was a lot, trying to keep up with the Joneses, you know, trying to make sure that I'm still looking good while I'm killing myself. Coming up with lie after lie when my mom's asking me questions, you know, looking in my eye, noticing that maybe I'm falling asleep or whatever, you know what I mean, or I'm hyper, like just not having to lie to my family anymore, not having to look in my daughter's eye and, you know, see the disappointment because we can't do something because I'm too tired or, you know, I'm sleepy. I can be myself today. I don't have to lie. The mask, as far as that, is off. I don't have to keep up with anything anymore. I just wake up. So that's me.
Larry.
I'm gonna say that I'm glad I'm here today. I thank everybody for sharing, and I got a good dose of what I needed, and I'm glad I came. Thank you, everybody.
Before we wrap up and read our closing poem, I just wanted to point out, Jameson, I absolutely loved what you said about you're here because, I don't want, I'm paraphrasing, but basically because you care about yourself today, and that's what it takes. When you care about yourself, you're not going to cause the pain to anybody else anymore. So if you got that figured out at your age, young man, you're good, because that's what we're all here to do. Powerful meeting, everybody. Thank you. Who has our closing poem? Patrick, you got it?
Autobiography in 5 short chapters by Portia Nelson. I walk down the street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk I fall in. I'm lost, I'm hopeless, it isn't my fault. It takes forever to find a way out. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I pretend I don't see it. I fall in again. I can't believe I'm in the same place, but it isn't my fault. It takes a long time to get out. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I see it, it's there, I still fall in, it's a habit. My eyes are open. I know where I am. It is my fault. I get out immediately. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I walk around it. I walk down another street.
Thanks for coming, everyone.